I'm Raul Espinoza. I was previously in the marketing department, Center Theater Group, and I currently do independent marketing consultant for other theaters around town.
I'm Gregory Franklin. I'm with Divorce the Musical, and I'm now associate producer on the production.
I'm David Elzer. I do publicity for a lot of theaters in town, as well as producing some shows in town. And I was fortunate enough to be nominated for Life Could Be a Dream this very evening.
Yay.
Congratulations.
I'm Ken Werther. I, like Raul, used to work at Center Theater Group, and I am now doing some independent jobs as a publicist, and I'm working with LAStageAlliance on the Ovation Awards event.
The king of LA theater publicity.
That's
right here, right here.
There are multiple kings. So what I would love to know from so what I would love to know from the royal court is how do you guys feel about the Ovation Awards? Why are they important to the Los Angeles theater community?
Wow,
Because it is the only peer-based awards organization we have here. It is the Tony Awards of Los Angeles. So, and to be judged by 250 or so of theater professionals, whether they're directors or actors, scenic designers. It is the only organization that actually gets to go see the shows and judge us as peers, as opposed to the critics or a newspaper, and that's why it's as important as it is, and it really is. It is the pinnacle of awards for the LA theater community.
Also, at least for me, I'm an Ovation voter this year for the 2009-2010 season. It just reminds us how wonderful this community is and how rich and diverse theater is in this town.
Yeah, that's actually true. I might be the only one of the four of us that has been involved since they became competitive. Once upon a time, the Ovation Award was bestowed by what was then called Theater LA. They were Lifetime Achievement Awards, etc. But this is the 20th season, and I've actually been involved since the very beginning. And it has been interesting to watch how the award and everything around it has helped sort of get the word out even beyond Los Angeles that there is, in fact, a very healthy and thriving theater community in LA.
One of the things I love seeing is bios from actors outside of LA use the Ovation Award.
That's right.
To just kind of...
Winning an Ovation Award has become something to be very proud of. Absolutely.
Fantastic.
You were nominated.
Yes.
Yes, it was. Yeah, I was just going to say that I see that because of the way theater is starting to continue to grow in the city, we're going to see a lot more theaters coming up. We're going to see bigger venues coming up, and I think that is also going to put even more value to what the Ovations has to offer Los Angeles because of that.
Well, you said bigger theaters, and it reminded me they're geographically diverse. The Rubicon is in Ventura, and then
the Chance Theater to Orange
County, right?
Yeah, and then that theater in Rancho Cucamonga is
right. Yes,
right.
They
were nominated, and that's like.
And this is only their third season.
That's right,
which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So other theaters, other communities are jumping on board. So.
Well, it's all one big community. We're just geographically diverse. I mean, I think right now LA theater is the most exciting and most vibrant and alive theater, city probably in the United States. And unfortunately, we don't have the press here to represent that. But if you go, as often as the four of us go to theater all over the city, you would know that from Ventura to Orange County, right here to Malibu, you can see some of the most extraordinary theater experiences in 1 week. I mean, it's unbelievable, with 40 to 50 shows opening every single week in the city by artists now who actually are doing the theater art for its own sake and not to be showcasing themselves or to try to get into film and TV. These companies are just truly passionate about theater, creating theater. More shows are starting here in Los Angeles and then going to New York or to other cities in the country. I mean, as much as Chicago, I think San Francisco, which I think have more of a, Seattle, more of a theater rep. But Los Angeles is the place, and I think the next 4 to 5 years we're going to see LA actually just owning that mantle of being the theater capital of the United States.
Since September the 1st, when the Ovation season started this year, I'm up to my 16th show. So this is
I'm up to my 10th, and I thought I was doing so well.
Yeah, I'm on 6. So.
Listen,
6
probably 4 or 5 of them were already thrilling theater experiences. You and I on Saturday night.
That's right. We saw Guys and Dolls.
And you know what?
It was so fantastic.
Right.
David makes also a very good point, I think, about what he said about there not being the press to represent exactly what's going on here. I've often said to people I've worked with through the years that the problem is that we're trying to make theater in an industry town where theater is not the industry.
Right.
And that's always going to be sort of the way it is. But what I wanted to say, I wanted to actually compliment David, because David has a huge hit show running right now that opened a couple of months ago, and they, you know, people in LA say, oh, there's no theater, nobody goes to the theater, you can't get. Well, they're lining up to see his show.
Well,
so,
I want to compliment him because he has managed to just capitalize and tap into an audience that's hungry for what he's offering them.
Right.
He's starring in a show right now called Fucking Men that has been completely sold out.
Did you get that? Fucking Men.
You know, I have to like spell it bad for my press release. But,
They didn't let me say fucking when I did shopping and fucking.
Right,
it was so fabulous. The only reason I want to work on this show is so I can say fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
So Fucking Men is completely sold out. I mean, there's a lot of theater that that is.
And you don't hear about that, which is what is. I guess that's what I was getting to.
That's right.
That it's not, you always hear about what isn't working and what doesn't happen, when in fact what they're saying doesn't happen is happening.
Right.
And they don't report on the big hits and the
Sure, because you know the paper Record in town is an international paper, so they're very focused not only on Los Angeles, but
and
New York and
in
London.
complete upheaval. That industry is in
right.
Exactly. I mean, that's a problem right now. That wasn't always a problem.
That's right.
They're too busy trying to.
It doesn't stop all these theaters producing their
That's
work.
right.
No,
Which is what's so key to understand.
And word of mouth is getting out there because actually people are going to the theater more and more in LA. Yeah. The base is building because they're going to these small theaters and having these extraordinary theater experiences, and they want more. They want to go and discover the next Fucking Men, or Life Could Be a Dream, or you know, Echoes, or Dracula.
That was another one.
Yeah, and you know, and because it is so extraordinary, and also because I think film and television isn't as interesting anymore.
That's true.
You walk into theater and it's like, oh my God, this is what they're doing, you know, all over the city, and so people are really seeking it out. They want them to find and discover the next experience, and that next experience is literally right around the block from where they live, and they never knew it.
The last thing I want to say, just for us, because we all work in it, I believe we're all very passionate about our work in this business. I mean, we all make a living, or at least work in this.
Or try to.
But the thing is, we haven't moved on to any other industry.
True.
I have no desire. And we talked about where you came from and where you've landed.
Right.
And we're here. We're here to stay. And so is LA Theater.
Yeah. I just wish I wasn't wearing stripes.
Well, I have to say, you guys, you are the heart and soul of this community, so thank you for talking.
That's so sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful.